Hey, what's going on, you guys? Boys Fiver Boom here with another eating video. What's going on? How are ya? If you watch me on TikTok and Instagram, you already know what this is. This is Wifey's famous enchiladas. Of course, they're Americanized enchiladas, but they're still freaking amazing. So these two they're humongous too, by the way. These two over here are going to be red sauce enchiladas, and then these two over here are going to be green sauce enchiladas. They're the same. They're the same. They're basically, it's like just a mix of queso dip, seasoned chicken, sauteed onions and peppers, canned enchilada sauce of both kinds. What else? Shredded cheese, pepper jack, and sharp cheddar. I forgot exactly what the... Oh, and the tortillas are like, they're carb balanced tortillas that we get from Costco. They're super soft, you know, less carbs, bang, it's still banging. And I got me a Canada Dry ginger ale. And I got some Tostitos chips, because I'm going to just cut this up. And got the Daisy sour cream. So let me pour some of this on, get a thumbnail, and we'll get it going here. Happy Sunday, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great day. I know some of y'all wanted me to talk about how my paternity leave is going, so I'm going to give you all a quick update on how that's going so far. That's good. And, okay, let me get a piece of this red one. And then get this thumbnail and we'll get to it. Let me open this up because I'm thirsty. All my old school viewers know that this was the original soda that I used to always drink during my ASMR early days. So it's nice to have ginger ale back in the mix here. Okay, oh my God. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh my God. Can I get a thumbnail, please? Okay. Cheers. These are the ones I'm about to bite into are the red ones. So good. I like these because they're so soft. They're so soft. Oh, there's salsa in here too. Get some chips going here. I like to have some chips for the crunch texture. So the paternity leave is going great. We're having a blast. Taking care of Rolly has been nothing but a blessing. These are hint of lime chips, by the way. We went to Wifey's work because, you know, a lot of people that went to the baby shower, well, they follow us on here too and they see the baby, but they want to see the baby, you know. And the location that she works, I used to work. The particular location that she works at is the one I originally worked with her at. We actually opened that location. So that was the original place we worked when we first moved to New York. And that's still like her location. I eventually transferred to Upper East Side. It was like a 15-minute walk from my apartment. But everybody that I used to work, let's try the green one. Everybody I used to work with that I loved working with in that particular location, they're no longer there anymore anyway, so. Green one. It tastes the same. A little bit more milder, more chili flavor. It's like the red one has more of a kick, spicier. This one has less of a kick, but has better flavor. I actually like this. So when I walked into that location with the baby, there was like nobody at that job that I'm like, oh, what's going on? What's going on, man? Like, let's catch up, yo. Everybody's gone. It's all new people that don't know me. But not about me, but the baby. We walked in. So many people held him. He pooped, and complete strangers changed him. It was fun. Not strangers, but like her co-workers changed his diaper. All her co-workers are women that have kids and stuff, so it was cute. I will say this, not to like put it back on me. There was a few people that are in leadership that know the situation and why I left, you know. Which wasn't like the main thing. Like I always said when I transferred to that store from Nashville to New York, I always said to myself, I love this store. I love working with my wife. I'm never going to leave unless two things happen. Some issues get in the way of work. You know, like if my mental gets tested to a certain extent. But even then, like I've had other locations that had actual people that were a problem with me. And I stayed with them for years. So like the situation I had with this particular person at my old location, it was like crumbs. It was like, it wasn't a big deal at all. I would have stayed there and kept it going. But the only reason why I would leave, and my wife even told me, is the closest store to our apartment is the Upper East Side. So if you ever get a chance to work there, or if she gets it, the original plan was she wanted to work there because it was so close to our apartment. So whoever gets an opportunity to, you know, and just around the time that I was going through a situation at my job with a particular person, I happened to walk into the Upper East Side. I was like, oh, what's going on? Y'all hiring? Just like as a joke. And 3 weeks later, without contacting me, without contacting, like, emailing me, nothing. They just hit up my management out of nowhere. And let's just put it this way. When I did talk to Upper East Side in a joking way, like, y'all hiring? Like, all I did was give them my name, and one of the girls up front wanted my number, so I gave it to her. Didn't hear a thing from anybody 3.5 weeks later. And I still didn't technically hear anything from anybody 3.5 weeks later. They contacted my boss out of nowhere. And then there's like a process on how you apply at other locations. You have to like have a sit down with your management and be like, hey, I plan on applying, blah, blah, blah. But like, I'm not gonna have that conversation with them unless I was dead serious. Like, I'm very black and white. Like, if the rules say before applying to a different location, you must have a conversation with your boss. First off, you're not asking for permission. You're notifying your leadership that you will be doing this thing. There's no like, you have to be, I say yes or no, like you can't go without my, no, it's not, the company I work for doesn't work like that. But the rule is you have to notify your leadership before applying somewhere else. There wasn't a position open at the Upper East Side location. I worked in Midtown, by the way. So I wanted to move from Midtown to Upper East Side, closer to where I live. There was no position. So when I got confronted 3.5 weeks later, because they got a phone call from Upper East Side management saying, hey, so-and-so is interested in working here. Like, how is he? And they're like, you know, just inquiring, like, hey, what is he like? What is this? What is that? Blah, blah, blah. And it's so hilarious because management in Midtown, where I was working, long story short, they didn't get along with me. That's just the honest truth. They just did, and that's not a big deal. There's no like ill will. I don't see eye to eye with them on a lot of things. They don't see eye to eye with me about a lot of things. And I don't play this secret like conversation. I talk about it with everybody. Hey, you ain't gonna believe what my manager said about that. And they didn't like that. So, 3.5 weeks later, they get a phone call from some manager in the Upper East Side asking about, hey, what's Roberto like? And it's like, it's good politics to talk good about even if you are in a bad situation with them, you know? Because later on, my new manager was like, oh yeah, he talked so many good things about you. Which really, like, number one, you're supposed to talk good about the person. It's just in the rules. And number two, he was probably just saying all these nice things about me just to get me out of there anyways, you know. Win-win for him, so. Anyways, I ranted on a lot about that. My point is, I've always been kind of a loudmouth with, like, I work at the company I work for. And the company I work for is nationwide. And a lot of people, especially here in New York, have this, like, in-house mentality. Like, don't go above somebody else. You're, like, being a traitor. Don't do this. Don't talk about in-house stuff. Like, this is between us and our department. But and I'm like, I don't play that. Like, if you're doing some foul shit, then, like, I'm going to talk about it to everybody. Even if the other people I'm talking to happen to be your boss too. Like, like, call it a snitch or not. I don't care what it is. Like, if you're doing something wrong, I don't play that. People do this whole, like, stay loyal to your location type of stuff. I am loyal. I'm not going to be loyal to a location, though. I'm loyal to the company. I've been with the same company for almost 10 years. They're not like that. It's weird. So, at one point, Rolly was, like, crying in the store we went to go visit, my old store. And I made a joke, like, it's the energy in this place, man. This place is cursed. All the bad, negative energy in this place because of, you know, because y'all leaders don't know how to act. Like, it's a joke, you know, because they all know why I left. My old manager wasn't even there when we walked in to visit. And one of the other managers looked at me and said, oh, now that you don't work here, you know, you can say stuff like that out loud now, right? I'm like, I was saying that when I was working there. Like, that's what got me in trouble. They all started busting out laughing. But overall, it's a great visit. We got a lot of smiles when they saw Rolly. It was nice being in there. It was my first location, my first place I worked when I moved to New York. It brought back a lot of nostalgia. But, yeah, overall, the paternity leave is awesome. I'm loving it. I wish it was longer. But I got to go back to work a week before Christmas. Ugh. Anyways, guys, thumbs up the video if you like it. Thumbs down if you don't. Comment, subscribe. The bubbles. And we'll see y'all in the next video. All right, y'all. Peace.